Hey everyone, how's it going? So, this is a quick update video, essentially telling you a little bit about my YouTube and Vlare account on how I have decided that to kind of put some variety on here, that there will be certain videos that will be only on my YouTube channel and only on my Vlare account. So, for YouTube, obviously, they're both going to get they're both going to have their reviews on there. But for YouTube, I've decided that if I'm going to do any, like, let's say, Let's Plays or commentary, that's strictly going to be on the YouTube channel. Because if I do a commentary, it might be about, like, something of 30 minutes or an hour long, and Vlare does have a time limit. But for Vlare, I'll be doing more personal stuff. So, thought videos, or pitch ideas for stories. I'll most likely talk about that. Or hell, I'll maybe share a story about my life a little bit, since a lot of people love to talk about that. Talk about their lives, not me. Trust me, I'm not a conceited weirdo. Totally not. But yeah, that's really. Now to end the update video, as said before, each update video will be having recommendations. And for today's, we start with Power Rangers Aftershock. Now, this is a direct sequel to the movie. After the events of the film, Goldar apparently released something called Goldar Dust, which would be pretty much this film's universe's explanation of how monsters were made, since Finster isn't around and Rita, well, was MIA. It's a pretty fun story, the artwork's alright, though if you were hoping for anything regarding Tommy Oliver, I'm afraid, no, not at all. The other thing about this book is that it also contains the first issue of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series by Boom Studios. In fact, yeah, Boom also published this book, which, yeah, no duh. And that's also pretty good. I really love what Boom has done with Power Rangers, and the artwork's always great. Plus, it introduced Lord Drakon, which is one of the few characters I actually did get a pop of. I'm not much of a pop collector, but I really did dig the Lord Drakon pop. So, there's that. Next we have Amazing Spider-Man, Human Torch by Dan Slott. Now, this book is pretty much like the Spider-Man X-Men book and Spider-Man Fantastic Four book, where it essentially tells you the friendship of Johnny Storm and Peter Parker throughout the years. Started from when Peter first started off as Spider-Man to present day, or at least at that time present day, because, well, you know, time's freaking weird. It's a really fun story, and that's all it's supposed to be. We get tons of crazy adventures with, you know, Peter and Johnny, and they also choose some really interesting points in their lives. We even get one where She-Hulk was a member of the Fantastic Four, and Peter had the black suit. The artwork's really neat, too, having kind of this Ditko-esque design, which I kind of like. It kind of has a more classic look to it, even though this was made during the 2000s. So I really do appreciate that. They don't really shift, though, which I do find interesting. I thought when I first read it, I thought the artwork would shift to a much more modern look, but no, they stay all the way, and I really do like it like that. And finally, we have DC Comics Hanna-Barbera Space Ghost, which, yeah, is actually my personal favorite out of the three. This is one hell of a comic and is really underrated. I might even do a review of this someday. But in short, this is the origin story for Space Ghost, or at least a more modern take of the origin. And it is dark and surprisingly still has campy elements to it. It's a really good story. They do some really interesting takes on characters, especially with one of Space Ghost's biggest enemies, the mighty Zorak. You know, that's my Zorak. I apologize if that sucked. And has amazing artwork as well. Like, let me try to look for a really good image here to go by. Hold on a moment. Here it is. Like, right here. Showing Space Ghost. Get a good image here. Yeah, good look here. Of Space Ghost, you know, blasting one of Zorak's men, you know, in the chest. Like, it's a really good book, and if you love Hanna-Barbera, or if you just want to see some, you know, lesser-known heroes get spotlighted, this is one of them. It is an amazing book. thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And I will say that if you do go my Vlare, I should warn you that Vlare has been a little bit glitchy by the time of this recording. Hopefully it has been fixed by this point, but again, just for warning. And later.